been driving across the country and thought to yourself, man, I wish there was a Meatloaf in the back seat? This video is for you. Stay tuned. Well, if you've been following along in the home version of the game, you know that we recently purchased a 12-volt car cooker. That, combined with this pan and these ingredients, we are attempting to cook a car meatloaf. We are driving to Michigan. It's about a 6-hour drive, and we think we can turn this into a tasty and safe meatloaf that will not give us food poisoning. So it really is a great day for America. So we're going to get started. All right, so I'm going to start with a pound of 80/20 ground beef. Mixing bowl. Now this is organic grass-fed beef, because if you're going to get food poisoning in the car, you want it to be organic. So the next thing we're going to do is throw an egg in here. The objective is to not get meat and egg all over your vehicle. So we'll see how we do with that. All right. Hey, now would have been a good time to have a paper towel handy. I got one. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and we are going to chop a little bit of veg. Just some mushroom, celery, carrot. Carrot we diced, well, we, what do you call that? Grated at home, because cleaning up a grater on the road doesn't seem like a good time. But anyway, mushroom, celery, carrot, onion. And we're just going to do a real super fine dice on this, just kind of like the minced garlic. And this should help the loaf stay moist, hopefully. And a lot of people have said to cook the veg ahead of time, to avoid having, crunchy bits in there. But to my opinion, I think it will give it a little bit of texture, to have that crunch of the veg. But we'll find out. So, time to chippy chop. All right, so our next task is to try and get all of these chopped vegetables in the bag and not on the floor of the van. So, we'll see how we do. Start with the carrots, because it's a cheat, because, they were already in a bag. I think I'm just going to go with the hand scoop. Well, that seems to work pretty good. I don't know, this seems like an awful lot of veg for the amount of meat that we have. It might be a little too veggie, but this is a first try. I can't even remember the last time I made a meatloaf. I think it's been literally decades. All right, so that's everything in. As far as the veg, let's get this out of the way. All right, so we're gonna go with a little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm just gonna do about a teaspoon of that. There you go. Ketchup. Quarter cup of ketchup. Do about a quarter cup of breadcrumbs too. That looks about right. Worcestershire sauce. I think I want a tablespoon of this. Sure, looks good. And a couple of cloves of garlic. That's one, maybe two. Should do it. Yep. I think the biggest problem with doing this stuff in the car is not, you know, getting olive oil and meat and everything in your upholstery. So there might be some enhancements to this as far as like putting down a tarping myself or something like that. But does that sound like everything that was going in? Oh no, wait, the parm.
I was gonna say for cheese.
I got a tiny little bit of vegan parm left, which is silly because we're putting it in meat, but anyway, there it goes. So we're gonna close this up. Now for the squishing. It's actually very soothing. And we'll fast forward through this. All right, all that is left is to loaf that meat. That smells really good. In there. Oh, man, life is good. Except I forgot to put the water in the bottom. Well, probably means the bottom is going to burn. But you know, that's okay. Because this is a lot of meatloaf for 2 people. But I will go ahead and I'll put water on top of it when I start it up, and that'll keep it from drying out. All right, that's it. So now I'm gonna have to relocate to the front seat because the description of this online said that it came with a 48-inch power cord, which would have been great. But it's actually 48 centimeters, which, if you know the conversion, means it's 60% shorter than you were expecting.
That's what she said.
That's right. So, next thing will be plug her in. We think we're going to give it about 3 hours to start, and then we will take its temperature. Fantastic. All right, a quick disclaimer here. I think for legal purposes, we should say, do not attempt to cook a meatloaf in your car under any circumstances. Eating eggs and beef that are undercooked can give you food poisoning. So this is not a how-to video. This is just a video of what we did. Do not try this at home. We're taking this project to the next phase. Plugging her in. So, in addition to not recommending cooking food in the car ever, this sort of an electrical solution is just a recipe for I don't know what. But not only are we running the house battery off the alternator and a trickle charger on the jump starter battery, We've got our refrigerator running, and then we're going to plug this in. This is 80 watts, which is at 12 volts. That's my camera falls off the dashboard. That's about 7 amps. So, you know, we already have alternator problems with this vehicle. So we'll see. The check engine light is always on, so that won't be an indicator of a problem. But, we'll give it a shot. We are in beautiful Fenton, Michigan, whose motto, I believe, based on the bathroom, is "Do not drink the water."
True story.
So we're gonna take this Meatloaf's temperature here. Oh, I see a lot of things happening here. I can already tell it's probably not done, but let's see. What's that say? Let's get the light on. 168. Well, now, hold the phone here. I mean, 165. $165. I don't know. That might be done. Dare we try it? All right. We'll be back. All right, time for the taste test. It's pretty crumbly. It's pretty greasy, to be honest. It's kind of swimming in there. But let's see. That is a delicious meatloaf. We're gonna eat this right here.
I'm gonna get it out.
I'll cut a thick slab and take it out of the middle.
I know.
Oh, that's a.
Oh,
That is a
falling apart.
crumbly loaf. Yeah.
No, I'm not after it.
We're gonna have to wear bibs. It is messy.
All right.
I got a handful of loaf now. I wouldn't worry about getting too close to the edges.
Oh, it's so hot. Oh, I don't know how we're gonna eat this. Pat it down and
Yeah, I think if you just pat it down a little bit. All right.
okay, let me fix.
Looks pretty good.
Do you want ketchup?
I don't think so. It's got a lot of flavor.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yes.
No, here's cut in half.
No. I think it'll lose structural integrity if you cut it. Choices have been made.
No, you have your pickle or your olive to put on.
I do with my toothpick.
They're under this plate.
Oh. Ah, there you go. Now, could you set it down?
Yes.
There. That's a sandwich. Well, we just feasted on meatloaf sandwiches featuring Bread Smith butter top bread. Fresh baked this morning. Fantastic. I may have eaten 2 whole sandwiches. So, Dawn tells me that the reason the meatloaf was crumbly was I didn't pack it firmly enough in the pan. And I had read a bunch of people cautioning about not doing things to make it too dense or whatever, and so I think I was kind of weak on packing it in the pan. So for future reference, I'm going to really jam that down in there. Maybe cut down a little bit on the liquid ingredients too. Maybe a little bit less veg. But it was damn tasty. So, car meatloaf.